Hey, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about my social media marketing agency. So I'm just going to be giving a rundown of this kind of the steps that I took, um, how I did it, why I did it, that type of thing. Just a quick rundown into how you could do it and how I've done it, slash currently still doing it. Disclaimer, I'm no pro, I'm no expert. I'm literally just a normal human being who saw the idea and thought, you know what, I could do this, and I think I really enjoyed it. So I would say definitely take my advice, but at the same time, if it goes wrong, don't blame me, okay? um, yeah, no, 100%. But I just wanted to just be that kind of voice for the normal people and people that aren't, you know, big or need help, or maybe want someone they can relate to more. So that kind of vibe. But yes, it is. I'd say the first step and probably the most important step is definitely finding a niche, which basically just means finding what type of businesses and brands you want to focus on outreaching to, offering your services to, basically. Um, it literally could be absolutely anything. It could be a hairdressers, restaurants, hotels, a roofing business, a dentist, a private dentist, or um, anything, shoe brand, something like that. Anything. Just pick. Makes more sense to go with something that you enjoy doing. So if it's like you enjoy eating, you enjoy going out for food, pick a restaurant or like restaurants or the food industry. Or, well, specifically restaurants because you could go food industry in different, it all branches out into different things. But yeah, 100%. I would say find a niche that you can really just enjoy working with. It also helps you specialize your skills into just finding. So when you're outreach, you can say, I have helped or I have experience in the food industry, restaurants, having restaurants world. So you can then say you've got a lot of knowledge um, in that area. Then obviously brands will look at that and be like, okay, she knows what she's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. Get some people like more interested in working with you. So then I say the next step is 100% setting up your platform. So where you're gonna kind of outreach, where you're going to talk to businesses, where you're going to showcase your knowledge and your skills. Um, that could be Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Yes, I definitely say Instagram. I started with an Instagram page. Literally open up, pick a name, obviously something you like, a good name that you can imagine other people saying, and like being confident enough to tell, don't go crazy and say something crazy like, I don't know, but definitely for a good name. Open an Instagram account, and then that's where you can showcase your skills, and you can showcase your skills, your knowledge. If you when you start working with brands, businesses, you can then show, look, this is who I've been working with, other clients that you've had, and then when you're outreaching, your potential client will look at your Instagram page and be like, oh, okay, she knows what she's talking about. Oh, she's worked with whatever in the restaurant. Do you know he's done this, whatever, whatever. It's just a good way to just showcase you and you as a person, you what you do, and all that good stuff. You might be wondering, what do you do if you've never had experience with brands? Easy. You literally just post about your knowledge. It's literally like any type of knowledge. And as crazy as it might sound, it might sound like a cheat code, but go on ChatGPT, um, put in something like, oh, advice I can give to brands as a social media marketer, and then it'll come up with a list probably. Get onto Canva, make a little cute poster that has this quote or this like tip or whatever, and just like post it, and it kind of just shows the people that are looking at your page, okay, they've got some type of knowledge, you're spreading, and it's just good to like spread like good advice and stuff like that. You generally do not need to be an expert in this. You don't need to have been to uni to have doing a course. Obviously, definitely those things help. Doing a course, obviously getting a degree definitely would help you build your knowledge. But yeah, it's definitely not a necessity though. We live in a world where the internet is free. You can ChatGPT, AI, all the knowledge you need is there. You don't need to leave some fancy degree, fancy course. You literally have it all there. So yeah. Next step I'd say I will I say you should do, or like you would naturally do after that, is definitely outreach. So you just get started now. This is the fun part. Outreaching to your niche, whatever your niche you picked. So let's go with a restaurant. You picked restaurants as your niche. You outreach to as many in the Instagram DMs. Majority of the time, you can have a script. So, with this script, for example, what I try to do at the start is have a script that goes along the lines of, um, "Hey, love what your brand is doing," and really make the message specific to them, so they feel like you're not just recycling the same message to tens of thousands of people. So you can say something like, "I like the way your restaurant, the way your restaurant showcases their food on your story," or I don't know, or I like the new burgers you just posted. I like the way your menu set up. I don't know, something. Compliment them, anything. Let's just look on their page, compliment them, say something really good about them, and then just be like, I do social media marketing for brands. I help them get more followers, or I help them appear to more customers. Whatever the case is. Would you be down for a quick chat? Something quick, snappy, not a big long fat paragraph. Something they could just see quickly and respond to quickly. Um, Definitely. Yeah. So if you have like a set script, it makes it easier. It makes it faster for you to message like 100 brands or 100 business restaurants in one day. 100%. Definitely recommend doing that. Oh, I'd also say as well, in terms of outreach, depending on what niche you are, you've got to think about what would they see, like what form of um, communication would they use the most. For example, a roofing business will most definitely probably not be looking their Instagram DMs that much. Probably won't have an Instagram page. Um, the way they'll be communicating with people is probably through email. So definitely set up an email address for your whatever your name is at gmail.com, um, and have a sort of script as well. And in emails where you've got more leeway to a bit more like bit long in terms of what you say, because DMs messages definitely need to be short and snappy, but emails you can don't make them too crazy long, but like you can make them longer and just maybe explain a bit more about what you do that you would than you would in an Instagram DM. But at the same time, short to the point, email. I'd definitely say if you're, like I said before, a roofing business or real estate, email address, email, look in the emails, find their email, email them, whatever you need to email them, and get in there. So the next step would definitely be finding a freelancer, a contractor, or someone who is knowledgeable, maybe has some formal degree or formal qualification in marketing, or just someone who's like really good at the job and they're a freelancer and they don't already work for an agency. You just come to them and say, "Hey, I've got a client who needs whatever done." Have a conversation about what you and your client have talked about, because obviously, once you've got your client, you would have talked about what they need specifically in terms of what they want from you. So they might just want you to just like do a few Instagram posts in a week, stuff like that. But they don't want you to like answer DMs. They don't want you to answer comments. They just want you to do that, or they could want you to do all of it. But it's definitely you obviously have a conversation with them. You've got your onboarding call, and then you've got your client. So then you get your freelancer, and you say to them such and such wants this done. Can you do this? Da da da. And it comes to an agreement. For example, let's just do easy maths. You agree 1,000, a grand a month with your client. You then go to them, you go to your contractor and you say, okay, I can give you 600, let's just say, a month to do this job. You take back 400. So obviously, the more clients you have, the more money you make. And then, so yeah, then they go do the work. So you have potentially the only work you've done is the outreach that allows you then to literally start this with absolutely no money at all. Then that's the beauty of this business model. You don't need to be, one don't need to be knowledgeable. Um, Obviously, you need a certain type of knowledge, but like you need a little bit of like a basic knowledge, just which you can literally find on um, YouTube, TikTok, short clips of just explanations of how this works. I recommend Iman breast scales. He does freelance breast scaling, which is a little bit different, but it's the similar. So you can definitely learn a lot from these guys. But yeah, so just wrap this up. Definitely first find a niche, something you like doing, whatever, or something you would enjoy doing, like working a brand you'd enjoy working with. Second, set up whatever platform or where you're going to be outreaching to people, Instagram, Facebook. You can set up all of them, but it just makes sense to maybe focus on one. For me, Instagram. Then next, definitely say start your outreach. Try and reach as many brands as you can with your script. Make sure you get a really good script. Try and change it up a little bit as well. If you see one script's not working, try another type of script. Um, yeah, definitely AI is out there for a reason. Look into it. There's a lot of knowledge out there. Um, the next would be once you've secured a client, finding your freelancer or your contractor that will do the job for you in a way. But yeah, that is literally a quick rough how you would start a social media marketing agency. Literally do those steps and repeat. Obviously, there's more in-depth ways and in-depth like steps that I've kind of missed, but this is literally just like an overview of what to do slash what you can do. But yeah, so 100%, I will definitely be doing more videos on more in depth on those steps, and also in terms of in depth ways of outreaching or in depth ways of finding a freelancer and what you would have to do to the contracts with freelancers and stuff like that. So definitely look out for those. That's just like a quick overview of how you can start, how you can do it. Definitely look out for more in-depth videos coming soon. Um, but yeah, if you just wanted a quick guide, literally have a just those steps, easy, you've got it. But yeah, definitely look out for the in-depth videos. But yeah, that is just an overview of how to start a social media marketing agency. See you next time.